Hey, it's Steve with Life After Addiction Entitlement. This is episode 19. Welcome you here today. Today, we're going to discuss a little bit about the things that really help me grow and evolve my business. If you're struggling with the idea of what to do to take control of your life, to build your own business, not sure what to do, or if you've got a business and maybe you're struggling achieving the things that you think you should be or would like to be, and we're going to talk about some of those things that really help me shift, that will really help you, push your business forward and start accomplishing the goals that you set out each week. And I'm going to map out exactly the system I use and how you can do that on a week-to-week basis. Oftentimes we get so caught up in, say, setting goals or our outcomes that we, think about, okay, what do we want to accomplish in 30 days, 60, 90, 120, and a year? I'm going to suggest that you start out and ask yourself, where do you want to be in 5 years? Okay, and 10 years. And then let's back up and go to 1 year, break that down back to 6 months, and then 90 days and month. And then I'm going to walk you through exactly what I map out each week still to reach the goals that I want to in my business each week. So, really how you start your day affects the entire rest of your day. So it's critical to start out your day with some sort of routine. One thing I'm going to tell you that is critical, because there's so many people out there, giving information, whether it's coaches, consultants, entrepreneurs talking about business, it doesn't matter. The one thing that I struggled with for some time that I want you to be able to realize and bypass so that you don't get stuck on this for a while is don't get hung up on doing exactly what I'm going to go through or what you hear others talk about their morning routine is. Okay, some people are flat out not morning people, and that's okay. You need to find when it is that you're the most productive. When is it that you're, the most creative? What are those times during the day, that you do your best in certain areas? For me, I'm a morning person. I like getting up early. I like the quiet, the stillness. That's when I, go through specific things. And, I get up, there's reading I do. I get a glass of water, try to hydrate myself again. And then I do some studying. And if you're going to do anything to try to build your business online, a real easy way to come up with some content for post is teach what you learn. So if you're reading a specific book, let's say it's on mindset, and you learn something that day, and you don't have to say, I'm going to read, a chapter. You don't need to, get worried about that. Just start with X number of pages. I'd suggest start with like 6 to 10 pages. I'm a slow reader, and so oftentimes I get the book and the audiobook, but so I can follow along because that helps me best. But then it's powerful to teach it for a couple of reasons. First of all, it helps you remember what it is that you learned. It helps you retain it. But then it also gives you that advantage of having content to put out there by talking about what you learned. So I do that typically in the mornings. I'll meditate in the mornings and do some exercise in the morning. So that takes up the first couple of hours. Then once I get showered, then I'm going to really start. And something I will do additionally to reading is it's very powerful, and I can see the difference in my days when if I start listening to something that isn't business or motivation or inspirational, it gets me in the wrong mind frame. But when I do listen to those kinds of things, that totally gets my mind going in the direction I want it to, as far as helping me grow and build my business, because I'm hearing new ideas and different things. And that's a big benefit. That's when it brings ideas and thoughts to my mind that can apply and help me in my business by listening to other people's podcasts, other entrepreneurs, other business owners, other consultants. So figure out what works for you and do that. Don't get hung up on trying to duplicate somebody else that's successful and think you have to be rigid the way they do it, because we're all different. If you're not a morning person and you do your best at night, then fine, do it then. Just figure out what's best for you. So the way that I set my week up is every weekend on Sunday nights for me, that's when I do it. Once again, figure out what is best for you. I would suggest that it's Saturday or Sunday, not Monday morning. And first thing I do is I go through what's called a general's tent. I look back on my week, look at the outcome I set and the necessary required actions that I set up, which are, I'll refer to as NRAs, and decide, how I did. Did I reach that one goal? And when I say one goal, I'm talking business only, okay? So if it was, I want to get, 4 new clients set up for my next mastermind, then that's my outcome for that week. My necessary required actions then are the steps I need to take in order for me to achieve that. So for example, and it may be, I would say it's minimum 3 NRAs, up to 5 or 6. So one of them could be, I'm going to go live every single day and provide some value that I can give those people that are my ideal client. And because that's going to, do some attraction marketing. So I'm going to do that. It could be, I'm going to create some paid ads. Whatever it is, set out those necessary required actions and then start attacking those during the day and knocking those off. So by the time you complete those, that then would, put you in a position where you reach that outcome that you set for the week. Okay. So then at the end of the week, you're going to go evaluate. You're going to look back. If you fall a little short, look at it where you got to recalibrate, maybe where you've got to adjust, course correct, and finish it up. Then set the one thing for that next week. What is that outcome you need to do to get you closer, toward building your business and achieving the success and the goals that you've mapped out, for the first 30 days. And then, like I said, then 90, 120 and a year. And start with the end in mind. Stephen Covey talked about that often. Begin with the end in mind, because if we don't have the end in mind, then we don't even know where we're going. I would suggest, a lot of people think, okay, well, my goal is going to be financial. Okay, that should be just one part of it. How do you want your ideal life? What is the life that you want to have? What does it look like? What does it look like not only financially, through your business or businesses? How does it look with your relationships, family? Also, what is it that you want to do with your money? How are you going to serve the world? What is it that you can contribute? Because I think that's really what, really we're all here for. Yes, we have to make money, and that's required to live and to do the things that you want to do. So really define those things. Some people really struggle with what it is they want to accomplish and struggle kind of getting motivated to really want to go do what's required, because being an entrepreneur and building your own business is not easy, and there's no magic pill. Bottom line comes down to, I can tell you, the one thing, if I had to say there was just one thing to be successful in your business, bottom line is it's consistency. If you'll do the little things every single day and be consistent, you will reach your goal, guaranteed, as long as you have the right NRA set up. But if you just set out a goal that's financial and don't map out how you're going to get there, what you need to do the first month, the second month, and so on, then you'll just be winging it and you won't have any success. So if you're struggling, to get motivated to really what it is that moves you, some people will call it your holy cause. Tons of people call it your why. I don't like, that, but it really is kind of what it is. A lot of people say, well, it's my family, or it's my wife and kids. That's just not going to do it. That may be incredibly important to you, but you need to go like 7, 8 levels deep to really find out what it is. What is it about your wife and kids, if that is it? What is it that you want for them? Is it financial security? Okay, well, why is that important? What does that do for them? Okay, and once you define that, why does that matter? Just continue to dig deep enough till you find out what it is. I mean, got a good buddy who, he wants to be the best version of himself so that he's there for his kids and impacts them and teaches them and has a great relationship with his wife because he doesn't want other people teaching him. He doesn't want, end up divorced and have some other guy in their life that's the one that's, teaching them how to live and to grow and become the best person they can and person that will contribute to, the world and society. So, I'd work on finding that as well. But if you do those things, if you start each day with the correct mindset, like I say, you finish, your day is impacted by the way you start your day. So start it powerfully. Set out the things that you want to do and just get in a routine and do those things. Those are the little things that will make the difference. Okay. I have specific, 3 or 4 podcasts I listen to that really get my mind, honed in the direction that I need it to be for me to be as effective as I possibly can. Because, I don't even like saying this because words are powerful and I'm just telling myself by saying this, which is reinforcing what I'm about to say. And so it's not wise to focus on the negative or speak it. But I've kind of always told myself the story that I'm not that creative person, that I'm the executor. I'll put things into motion, make it happen. And so what it does for me by listening to other podcasts of business owners, as far as strategies or just interviews that they have on their shows of people talking about their business stuff, that really gets my mind moving so that I do think of valuable things that can help my business. And then I go implement those. So figure out what it is that motivates you, that moves you to really take action to go and accomplish that one thing that week to build your business. Now, if you're new to entrepreneurship and you don't know where to start, I'll have some podcasts coming up that'll go over. I've got an attorney that'll be coming on, a business attorney that'll talk about some of those things. But if you don't want to wait for that to drop, because that's going to be several weeks out, feel free to send me a message, direct message on Facebook or Messenger is really best. And I'll be happy to talk to you and go over some of those things. Got a lot of businesses, but if you're struggling and maybe don't even know where to even start to think about what to do, reach out to me. I'll be happy to talk to you. It's not going to cost you anything. Just reach out to me and we'll set up a time to chat, because I don't want you to spend the time or the money that I did after I went through the things that I went through to waste all that time and money. Now's a great opportunity. It's a difficult time. COVID has, been a year now. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, and it's easy to get, sucked down into the negativity. It's imperative you take control of your life by controlling your mind. And it's a great time to start a business because there's going to be a lot of opportunity, and a lot of people allow this stuff to get them in a mindset and in a space where they focus on the negative and they won't take action. They actually, a lot of people get paralyzed. If you're in a position of fear, that's nothing but that's going to paralyze you. There's nothing to be afraid of. The only thing that can happen is you can fail. As long as you're failing forward and failing often, you're going to reach the goal that you want to reach so that you can take control of your life and have the life that you want. And you deserve it. For a long time, I didn't believe I did. So don't get caught up in that trap. You deserve to have everything that you can dream of in your life. And God created every one of us to live our best lives. And he gave us the abilities to do it. But it's up to us to do the work. He's not going to do that for us. He will help if you ask. I believe that for sure. I'm a spiritual person. And I know he's helped me a lot. So map out your NRAs, the one thing you want to accomplish after you've set out your long-term goals, bring them back to the short term, just work backwards and start with the end in mind. And you can achieve whatever you want. Once again, feel free to message me, reach out to me through Messenger on Facebook. If you want to really work on your mind, there's some great books. The best book on the subconscious, in my opinion, you can check it. I think go onto my website, Life After Addiction and Indictment. It's called The Power of the Subconscious Mind. There's a link there. I think it just goes to Amazon. You can just go directly to Amazon. And you can also go to mindsetisthekey.net. And there's like my 69 page or so ebook. It's free. You can pick that up, and that has some great stuff in it. But bottom line is, you're not going to get to where you want to be if you don't take action. So just get started. That's the key. Hope you have a fantastic day. Keep the faith and go make it happen.